So when mom's not home, it's time to talk about cars with baby Angelina. That's what we're doing, right? So let's talk about cars, yo. Hit it, Pedro. Hit it, Pedro. So everybody keeps asking me, what are my plans for the car? What modifications am I gonna do to it? And here are my thoughts on that. Man, every time I come out to this garage, ooh. All right, so let's talk about modifications. So right off the bat, let's talk about performance mods. To be honest, this car doesn't need much. My driving capability, this car far surpasses my driving capability. So I think for a while anyways, I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna throw a supercharger. I'm not gonna twin turbo it, nothing crazy like that. A couple of things I am going to do though. First of all, I need it tinted. Right now the windows are not tinted, so I'm throwing that in there. The dealership is gonna do that. Another thing that I need to do, and I have not done yet, and I know you guys are gonna yell at me and scream at me, but I do not have a clear bra on anything yet. So no clear bra yet. I need to put that on there. But that leads me to my next mod, which is a wrap. And I wanna talk about that in a little bit. The next thing I think I'd like to do, I don't love the sound system. It's lower on my priorities of things to do to the car, but I enjoy cruising and listening to some music. I know it's a race car. It's not built to cruise. It's really built for the track. But hey, I enjoy taking it to the car shows. I enjoy just getting in it and going to the store. Obviously, you guys have seen my channel. So music would be a big upgrade for this thing. So that leads me back to what I was saying about the wraps. I have got some nutso ideas, and I don't think I'm gonna do them anytime soon because they're so far out there that I think that if I did it now, I would get sick of it in a few months, maybe a year. Let me show you some of the wraps that I'm thinking about. So it's gonna be tough to envision this, but I've got a few ideas of wraps that I know nobody else is doing, or at least I haven't seen them on other cars. You see some of the other cars like the Punisher. You see that on some Corvettes and stuff, but kind of got my gears turning, and I started thinking more about what I could do to this car that's different. So here's some ideas. Because the car is so brutal, one of the ideas that I had, and I was brainstorming with my brother, by the way, but one of the ideas that we had that we both really liked was Jason. Like Friday the 13th Jason, just a brutal killer, which is what this car is. So picture some sort of a wrap on here that is just Jason themed. I just think it would be wild to have a Jason themed wrap on this thing. It would just be gruesome and bloody and pretty badass. Now, another one that I think would be really cool is Scarface. You've got to picture his face kind of up here with the gun going this way down the side. So if his face was up here just kind of screaming or whatever, and then the gun would go down the side here. I think that would be dope. Sin City wrap is another wrap that theme that I would contemplate putting on this car. So here's a pretty unique one. I thought that Boondock Saints would be pretty cool. Something like with the dueling guns. I don't know where I'd put it though. Maybe down the side. Some dueling guns here. I haven't quite figured that out, but I thought that was a pretty unique idea. Okay, now here's one that I really like. And I don't know that I could get away with it because I don't know that it fits this car brand as much as I'd like it to, but Kill Bill theme would be just fun. I think it would be fun and cool. Originally, I was thinking about putting the driver stripe. You know how they have the stripe that goes down here, the small stripe? Well, what I would do is use Kill Bill. And I would use that sword to kind of go up this way as the stripe. So I'd implement somehow Kill Bill somewhere here, and then the sword would go right up through here and turn it into a stripe that goes all the way down, up and over, and all the way back here. The cool thing about the Kill Bills is that most of them are like black, yellow, and red. So I wouldn't have to wrap the whole car. One that I do like are the two girls fighting sort of here, and then their faces would kind of come up over here, and then that stripe would go right up over the top. Kind of like what I was talking about with the sword, except it would be that stripe that goes right through here. Right through here. All the way down, all the way up, and over through the wing again. So Kill Bill's really cool. I just don't know that it fits. I really want it to fit because I think that's the one I like the most, but I don't know that it fits a Dodge Viper. Okay, for the final idea that I had, and this is wild, and I love this probably as much as any of the others because this is something that I grew up with. Skeletor. A freaking Skeletor Wrap. Okay, let me just show you what I'm talking about. That Skeletor Wrap, done, man. That is savage. I think it's awesome. I just don't know what I like the most. I think Jason would just be savage. I think Kill Bill's awesome. I'm torn, guys. I'm freaking torn. So imagine just a theme of Skeletor. Those colors, that purple, red. Yeah, purple, red, yellow, and black. And that yellow is almost like a neon yellow, which I think really pops. But that'd probably be something that I had to wrap the whole car. But I think Skeletor would be really cool. And I know that I'll get sick of the wrap fairly shortly. So my wife and my brother had a pretty good idea. I think I'm going to hold off on the wrap. First of all, I got to find somebody who could even do something like that. But hold off on the wrap until I'm just ready for something new. Once I kind of feel like maybe I get rid of it, then I throw a wrap on it. But at the very least, wait a year or two and throw one of those wraps. So what do you guys think? Which wrap do you guys like the most? I'm torn, honestly. I think they're all pretty cool. That's the most fun mod. But as far as like performance mods, this thing, it performs wildly. I don't need any more horsepower. I'm not a good enough driver to handle it probably. I mean, it would be cool to have a little more power on a straightaway. It's just that once I get in and I start tracking, if I get into tracking on a regular basis, I don't need that power. I really don't. So I'm going to hold off on that for a while. If I ever did something, I'd probably do something like a Supercharger. I don't know. There it is, guys. That's what's on my mind about modifications for my car. Comment what y'all think down below. I know you will. Peace.